Well, I guess we're doing another one of these. So, what's up guys, it's Duck here, aka Troublesome Junction, and I'm back at it again with another movie review. A lot of people really liked my Hero of the Rails video, and I had a lot of fun making it, so I figured that I should do my favorite of the CGI movies, and that would be Blue Mountain Mystery. But with saying that, I still haven't seen the movie in quite a while, so, rewatching it is gonna be honestly a blast. This movie was one that was very near and dear to my heart, back with the merchandise was coming out and all of the reviews from Leo Kim Video on it, rewatching the movie over again, it was a great time to really be a Thomas fan. So, join me once again on the cozy couch right here, get your mining hat on, and of course grab your Minecraft pickaxes, cause boys, we're going to the quarry. So without further ado, let's get into the review. We start out with this opening shot showing all the engines hard at work. Everything seems pretty normal on its own until the giant keystone came off of London Bridge and it's bound to collapse, and the engines are worried because Rheneas is due to go across the bridge with a load of heavy stone.
Stop! Stop! London Bridge is falling down!
Okay, did you seriously make a London Bridge is falling down joke by naming this bridge Blundon Bridge? Damn it, that was a clever ass pun. We then get this gorgeous runaway scene of Rheneas out of control in the quarry, and my goodness, I genuinely do love this scene. It's so good looking.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Besides a couple scrapes and scratches on the paint, Rheneas is fine. Everything worked out. Except for Paxton. Paxton is dead.
Ow.
We next cut to Thomas, who's running along his branch line as usual.
Slow down, Thomas! Slow down! Slow down!
Yeah, Thomas, slow the fuck down. That 5 miles an hour? Sheesh, speed demon. You trying to give Mrs. Kindly fucking whiplash? Everything's a pretty average day on Sodor until— oh god, slow down! We then get introduced to this quirky character named Winston, and my god, I love Winston. He is such an interesting and unique character. I adore him. Sir Topham Hatt then tells Thomas after he's done taking his passengers to go to the Blue Mountain Quarry to substitute in for Paxton until he's fixed.
We have a new friend.
We like Winston.
How? How do you consider him a friend? He said like what, 2 words to you tops? You don't know this guy's intentions on Sodor. He could be the next Diesel 10. What's next? The next person who sneezes in your general direction, that's gonna be the best man at your goddamn wedding? On the way to the Blue Mountain Quarry, we see Paxton on the well wagon, and he's on his way to the diesel works to be fixed.
Oh, it's not so bad, Emily. A biff and a bash, that's all. You all right? Just a biff and a bash, Thomas. That's all.
You know, Paxton, you said that twice. I think you got a little bit more than a biff and a bash. I think you got a biff and a bash and fucking brain damage.
By the time he reached the Blue Mountain Quarry, he had almost forgotten about Paxton.
Shows how much you fucking care. I really guess that does solidify the fact that no one cares that Paxton died. Thomas is then greeted by Skarloey and Rheneas, and in this encounter we get to see how much of an authoritarian whip Skarloey has over this place.
Actually, I could really use a fresh...
It could have been worse. Luckily, Rheneas is still safe and in good working order.
Geez, you didn't even let the guy finish. Calm the fuck down. We then get a montage of all the engines working in the quarry, and my goodness, the song they're working to has no business being this damn catchy. The next day, Thomas is shunting cars in the quarry, and a small green engine pops out that Thomas doesn't recognize.
Hello, I'm Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas, I don't think he's much of a talker. Then Sir Handel pulls up alongside Thomas, and Thomas starts questioning about the green engine, and Sir Handel just blows him off.
As sure as these hills are high, I don't know. It was probably a runaway car, Thomas.
You are not a convincing liar. Thomas starts seeing glimpses of the little green engine all around the quarry, and here we also learn that all of the narrow gauge engines suck at lying.
I'm sure I think it was a mountain goat.
A mountain goat. A fucking mountain goat. Of all things you could have said, you said a goddamn mountain goat. Yeah, because seeing a mountain goat pulling a rake of slate wagons in the fucking quarry sounds normal. What's next, seeing a mountain lion operating Merrick? Thomas is still left wondering what the heck he's been seeing until all of the narrow gauge engines literally corner Luke at the worst possible time. Why the hell are you still running? He already sees you in broad daylight. Thomas then asks about Luke because the narrow gauge engines can't hide it anymore. They let Thomas in on the secret and advise that he is not allowed to tell a soul. And knowing Thomas's track record when it comes to secrets, I don't think that will last very long. Skarloey then tells Thomas that Luke's in hiding for doing something horrible in his past, though he doesn't tell Thomas what that thing is. Thomas later that night is left speculating what Luke could do to warrant him being sent away from Sodor. The engines then start talking about the worst things that they have done in their past, and we get these cool flashbacks to prior Thomas episodes of some of the more iconic crashes and whatnot from the engine's pasts.
What about Diesel?
Yeah, and what about him, James? Or are we gonna bring up the tar wagon incident? Or how about the old iron incident? Or was that all just a cover-up?
But even he wasn't sent away from Sodor.
Diesel has been sent away from Sodor for multiple reasons on multiple occasions. I don't think he'd be the best example to use for this. The next morning, Rheneas is given a hard time about his scratched up paint.
They make me look old, clumsy.
Like a bitch? And luckily, Thomas comes just in time to point out there's a rock coming straight for Rheneas' cat being held by Rocky. Rocky holding a rock. Luke sees this kind action from within the tunnels and goes to introduce himself to Thomas. Look at him, he's so little. We then get a montage of the two new friends working together, but it gets cut short when we hear the sounds of an echoing horn through the quarry. It's Sir Topham Hatt and Mr. Percival telling Thomas he can go back to his normal branch line duties due to Paxton being fixed. After this, Thomas goes to say goodbye to Luke, but Thomas is still left wondering what was the bad thing Luke had done, so he asks about it, and Luke tells him the backstory, but they didn't realize Paxton was eavesdropping over them. Luke then tells the story of when he was brought to Sodor by boat. It was him and a yellow foreign engine who didn't speak the same language as him.
Hola. ¿A dónde vas? ¿Vas a Sodor?
Yeah, sorry there, I don't speak Italian. When they finally arrive to Sodor, Luke is very eager to get off the boat and volunteers to go first. Once he's being lifted off the boat, the crane knocks the other engine into the sea on accident. Wait a minute, wouldn't this be Cranky's fault that he got pushed into the ocean? Like, how is that Luke's fault that he got knocked over? Like, yeah, I get he wanted to go first and whatnot, but bumping him into the sea, that was 100% Cranky's fault. Am I wrong in saying that? Supreme Overlord Skarloey finds that Paxton isn't working and cracks his authoritarian whip on him, which alerts the other engines that he's there, prompting Luke to run and hide into the tunnels, but they know that their secret is out now. The next day, Thomas is thinking of ways he can help Luke because he's worried about his new friend, and he gets Toby to do his jobs for him while he goes to find the yellow engine. A bit forcefully. Hello, Thomas! Shut up and take these. Oh! On his search for the yellow engine, Thomas checks at the diesel works, where he notices Paxton telling Devious Diesel about Luke.
You are right to tell me, Paxton.
No, it wasn't. We then cut to Thomas going to Brendam Docks to ask if Cranky has ever unloaded a yellow engine, where Cranky gets annoyed in the fact that Thomas asks him questions.
I'm busy. How should I know? What is this? Ask Cranky Day.
Can we make that a national holiday? We then see Thomas go to the steamworks to ask Victor if he's ever had a yellow engine come in. Man, I wonder who the yellow engine could be. Wonder if they're gonna bring back Molly or Flora. Heck, even Proteus. It's Victor. Victor then recaps the same story as Luke, but adds on extra details and the fact that his chains broke while he was on the boat. And when Victor tried calling out for help from the crew, they didn't understand what he was saying, and after he fell in the water, he was left there for a long time until he was taken to the steamworks, given a new coat of paint, and fixed up. On the way back to the quarry, Thomas spots Diesel snitching to the Fat Controller about Luke and his whereabouts.
He's a danger to us all.
Oh, but you aren't? Meanwhile, back at the quarry, Skarloey is cracking his authoritarian whip on Rheneas when Thomas shows up to tell Luke the good news about his innocence. Upon hearing this news, the narrow gauge engines aren't too happy in the fact that Thomas ran his mouth.
What did you do?
He just proved your friend's innocence. What have you done, Skarloey? Sat there and cracked your authoritarian whip? Upset with the fact that he betrayed their trust, the narrow gauge engines run from Thomas and tell him to fuck off. And as if things couldn't get any worse, Diesel's nosy ass shows up. Thomas tries to catch up with Luke by asking Rocky to put him on the narrow gauge incline to have Owen lift him up to a track set that he knows damn good and well he can't fit. Owen manages to lift Thomas to the top because of plot convenience, and to literally no one's surprise, Thomas is struggling to move and crashes. What the fuck did you expect? Luke then gets the power of 1,000 suns and lifts Thomas back to safety. Because, you know, plot convenience. We do get this cool scene of them falling down the incline though, so I mean, it's forgiven. Paxton went to go get Fat Hat and Victor, and everything works out. Victor gives Luke clarity by speaking Spanish.
Big black nigga balls HD.
That's the language.
Rheneas gets a new coat of paint and a Bachmann model. Cranky goes to jail for attempted murder, and Diesel is promptly thrown into the sea. The end. Well, in conclusion, I still think that this movie definitely holds up, even more so in my opinion than Hero of the Rails. I genuinely did enjoy that movie, but Blue Mountain Mystery I think was honestly the peak of Sharon Miller's writing. You really just can't get better than this movie. There isn't the annoying alliteration, you know, the return of the Smallies, which are fan favorite characters. You can give Sharon Miller all the shit about her dog crap writing, but you cannot take away the fact that she brought back so many beloved characters. Diesel 10, the Smallies, you know, you gotta give credit where credit is due. And this movie, I would definitely say, is the peak of it all. And for the fact that this movie came out in, like, what, 2012, 2013, that is, like, mind-blowing to me. That's 8 or 9 years ago that this movie came out. And man, it was just such a great feeling to be a Thomas fan during this period. If most people can remember, yes, the episodes themselves were pretty bad, but the movies, the merchandise, all of it was just really good shit. Rewatching this movie really reminded me how awesome it is to be a Thomas fan and what it really means to be one. Because with all the crap that's been coming out, like season 25, and the crappy merchandise that Mattel just keeps spewing out of their asshole, it's just really nice to rewatch these movies and just to be reminded, you're in it for the joy that this period brought for you. Honestly, if it weren't for this period, I probably wouldn't be into Thomas, because rewatching these movies back when I was first getting more into it, like, if Thomas and Friends was in the state where it is now, back when I was in 7th grade, I probably wouldn't have picked Thomas back up. But during that time period, you know, the movies that were out were Blue Mountain Mystery, Hero of the Rails, Day of the Diesels, you know, just really staple movies, I feel, in the CGI era of Thomas and Friends. It was just such a great time to be a Thomas fan. If you haven't watched Blue Mountain Mystery for a while, once again, I would say if you took my advice on Hero of the Rails, definitely take my advice on Blue Mountain Mystery. And god damn it, who at Bachman thought making Yellow Rheneas was a good idea? Cool crash scene though. So that's all I gotta say in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know if I'll do any more movie reviews. I might go through some of the Brenner era movies, who knows. But that's pretty much all I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the flip side.